It really is that simple, guys. So when you're saying to yourself, oh, I couldn't do that, it's too much work, it's too hard. Whew, okay, hey, Coach Devin here. As you can see, I'm on the treadmill. It's up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I get on either the treadmill or the bike at least 5 days a week. My question I get a lot from people is, why do you do that? Devin, what is the point of getting on that bike? What is the point of getting on the treadmill? People say to me quite often, Devin, I'd love to do it, but it's just so much work. I want to stay in bed. I'm tired. I don't want to get up. Okay, I get you. I'm with you. I understand that. And what's funny is I hear a lot of this one. I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I don't know how you do it. Why would you do it? And my personal favorite, which I think is probably the silliest thing ever, it's, you know what? It's easy for you. Okay, let's dispel a few myths. Number one, most important, and my favorite, it's not easy. Getting up and putting in time on something that you think is important is important. Look, it's not my favorite thing to get up, get in a treadmill or a bike, start walking every day. That doesn't sound like, quite frankly, a button full of fun at 6 a.m. or 5:30 in the morning. It's not something that I say, wow, you know what? What would make me happy is to get up when I'm tired and go do a whole bunch of work, sweat my butt off. As much as I like exercise, it's not the first thing on my mind. You're in bed, you're comfortable. It's not what you necessarily want to do. And number two on that is it's not easy. This is not, just because I'm sweaty right now and I feel good now, doesn't mean that the walking down the hall and getting on the bike or getting on the treadmill was easy. It's not easy. Some days the last thing I want to do. Some days I hate the idea of doing it. Some days I go to bed thinking, man, I did not want to get up in the morning. Say you wake up at, 3 or 4 in the morning. This morning I woke up at 4:30 and I thought, man, I only have like an hour and a half or so left. I could sleep another half hour, right? Like, I could do that. No one's going to notice and nobody will care, but I care. Look, it's not easy for anybody to get up and chase after things you want. Fitness in general really is about making a decision to say, okay, I'm going to prioritize my health. I'm going to prioritize what I want, and then I'm going to go do it. I'm going to make some sacrifices along the way. That's the thing. You have to make some sacrifices. There is no point and there's no situation in fitness where, or any part of your life, let's be honest, there's no part of your life where you say, I'm not going to make any sacrifices. I'm just going to do things and it will all work out, provided I just say, I'd like to have that. Well, listen, nothing wrong with wishing on things. Nothing wrong with saying, okay, I have a goal and I want to, do that goal. But is it going to happen if you just are out there saying, it's going to happen if I just dream about it? It's not. Putting in work is the most important thing. And you know what? No one necessarily likes putting in the work. And that just makes you normal. That's okay. It's fine saying, you know what, I don't really feel like doing that today. That's fine. But you still gotta do it. It's those days you don't want to go to work, like your job, right? You get up and you're like, I don't feel like going to my job today. I'm not into it today. Okay, that's cool. But do you go? Well, yeah. Why do you go? Well, because you're going to get fired and you need to eat. You need to pay your bills. So you get your butt up and you get your butt in gear and you go. That's how that works, right? You don't have an opportunity to say, I'm not going to do it because I don't feel like doing it. You're not going to stay home. Sure, some people take mental health days, I guess, or sick days or whatever. But you know what? You don't have the opportunity just to blow it off and say it's not important and I'm not doing it today, because that's not the way things work. You'll get fired. If you get fired, you don't have any money. If you have no money, you can't live any life. Look, money isn't the only thing, but you need it to do stuff in your life. Fitness is in a similar manner. It's like one of those people who say to you, okay, fitness isn't really that important to me. It's going to be that important to you when you're sick. Fitness that's the thing about being healthy and being fit is you don't realize how important it is until you're sick. I got super sick a year ago. Got a staph infection in my back a little over a year ago. Spent a week in the hospital, horrible amount of pain, all kinds of stuff. I've talked about it on here before. Almost died. Not a lot of fun. I wouldn't suggest it as a good time. But I'll tell you, it gave me a little bit of a heads up because I had taken, quite frankly, for granted the idea of being able to be healthy and fit. I took for granted the idea of being able to get out of bed on my own, which is something I couldn't do when I was sick. Health and fitness and being able to do stuff, that's important. And I'll tell you, it's more important and the most important when you realize, God darn it, I can't do this. I can't do it anymore. I couldn't get out of the bed on my own without the nurses at the hospital getting me up. So when I had to use the bathroom, they had to pick me out of bed and then walk me to the bathroom. I gotta tell you, you know what that is? Embarrassing. Really embarrassing, and it really sucked. Now, did it change my life and make me say, okay, you know what, I love getting out of bed and I bounce out of bed every morning? No, not necessarily. It didn't do that. But one thing it did do is that I get up, and when I do get up, I am happier that I don't have to worry about that I can get out of bed on my own. It changed my thought processes. So it's important, health is important because you don't realize how important it is until you lose it. And I would never want anybody else to be in the similar position as I am or was, because it sucked. It was no fun at all. But I'll tell you what is important here. When people say, I don't know how you do it, I don't want to do it, it must be easy for you because you love fitness. No, it's not easy, not every day. But it's just about getting up and doing things, just like going to work. Just like, if you want to have a good relationship with your spouse, you don't call them names, you don't act like an ass, you do time, you spend time and you do work. When you have children, even if you're tired, you still do things with them because you understand that's important. That's something you need to do now, right? Fitness is the same thing. You don't need a lot of time in your life. You don't need a ton of time. It's not easy. It's not a joke. It's not simple. But 5 days a week, 45 minutes to an hour, 5 days a week will get you healthy. It'll get you fit. You'll see big changes. You don't have to be me. Look, I understand. I'm not the norm, and that's cool. I get that. I'm okay with that. You don't have to be me. You don't have to love fitness. You just have to do stuff. Find something you love. That's the name of the game here. Find something you love doing that's healthy. If it's playing tennis, playing basketball, if it's lifting weights, that's good. I mean, you should lift weights just because long term you're going to want to for the, bone health and everything else that goes along with it. But it doesn't mean you just have to be active and you just have to be healthy. And it doesn't mean you have to absolutely love the thing, but you have to be willing to do it and you have to be able to do it. So pick something you kind of like and go do it. You don't have to get out of bed first thing in the morning and do some cardio like me. I do it because I found that sitting at the island in the morning answering emails and responding to texts felt like a waste of time, so I do it while I'm walking on a treadmill or I'm riding on a bike. Seemed like a better way to do things to me. I felt like I wasn't wasting time. I felt like, I was putting in good situations. I wasn't wasting time and I was doing something useful because I hate being not useful. That's my own issue. But you don't need to be me. You don't need to be doing cardio first thing in the morning. But do you want to be fit? You want to look different? Somebody came to me yesterday and said they wanted to lose 35 pounds. Explained to me their food, and I was like, that's easy. Easy. Shooting fish in a barrel. I can do that for you, no problem. All you got to do is follow what I say on food, and you have to exercise a bit. That's it. Fitness, health, is not rocket science. You don't have to love it. It doesn't have to be easy. But you know what it does have to do? You just got to put in time. Put in some time, put in some energy, good things will happen. It is that simple. Listen, I can get anybody fit. This job, what I do for a living, this is not rocket science. It really is not. It's actually very, very easy. It's like A plus B equals C every time. And everybody thinks that they're special and I'm different, and because I've been heavy for 20 years, or because I've always been skinny, I can't gain muscle, it's not possible for me. It is. I have seen tons of people like you. I can fix your problems. It's not hard. Just put in time. All it is eating differently and putting in time. Whether you're gaining weight, you want to get bigger, whether you want to lose weight, you want to get leaner, change the way you eat, do things differently food-wise, exercise, and you'll see differences. That simple. It really is that simple, guys. So when you're saying to yourself, oh, I couldn't do that, it's too much work, it's too hard, it's easy for somebody else, yeah, I work in a gym, I get that. But you know what? It's not easy every day. It's not simple every day, but it's doable every day. It's always, always, always doable. Just go in there, put in some hard work, do some time. You put in hard work in every other part of your life, put in hard work on this. Give a damn, care about it. You know what? You watch more TV. You really do. You watch more TV and Netflix and YouTube, like you're doing right now, quite often than you do in health and fitness. You don't have to do more in health and fitness, you just have to do some. That's all I'm looking for you to do, and I guarantee you the payoff will be awesome. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. Don't fight the awesome, guys.